We are here.
Good evening, yes.
Yes. We are here because of Star Trek Adventures, Star Trek Pathos.
Oh yes, of course.
In case you had forgotten. And this is the second episode.
Is that why we're here?
I think
so.
it is.
Apparently.
Okay. I've got all my notes here. Got everything ready.
That's always good.
So might as well switch over to the correct screen.
Nice.
Here we are.
Hello, yes.
Hello Roomsbath in chat, and hello Willis1961. Hope you're both doing good.
Indeed. STP, yes.
So, since this is the start of a new episode, would everybody please like to introduce themselves again and their characters, because somebody might start watching here.
Okay, which way around the circle do we go?
It's not a circle, it's a line. Let's go from top to bottom.
Yeah, I have the window larger.
Don't die.
I wanna die.
Okay, so who goes first?
You.
Sure.
Also, if someone is too quiet or too loud, if there is noise, please let me know and I'll work some stuff behind the scenes.
Will do.
It's
Oh yeah,
not a
actually,
circle,
wow. Okay, so I am Doviah Drenlich Twossock. I am the comms officer of the USS Pathos. GM, you're next.
They already know me.
Again, all the characters. Okay, I am Yosef Westacre. I'm a human. I'm the rank of commander, and I'm the chief of security of the aforementioned USS Pathos.
Okay. Dodd, would you like to go next?
Order we're going by here. But okay.
I know, but it's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah. And I am Captain Shiun of the USS Pathos. I'm the only non-human.
In true Star Trek original series fashion.
Yep.
And Rogue, how about you?
I am playing Nero and I'm the pilot.
Great.
Great.
Okay.
Indeed.
So, if that is everything,
Should be.
I
And we're
will-
not introducing the NPCs, right? Actually, no, not NPCs. I mean the
supporting characters.
yes, those.
We are not.
Okay,
We'll do when they actually get introduced. But
makes sense.
okay, that's fine. So, Dodd, would you like to kick us off with something interesting?
All right. Let me find my captain voice. It's been a bit. Right. Captain's log. Stardate 5870.4. We are escorting the USS Backwind, an automated supply ship, to a newly settled colony on the M-class planet Guldahn 3. After the previous two ships vanished within the system, possibly due to ejected star matter, an escort and investigation was deemed necessary to aid the inhabitants and determine the system's suitability for settlement.
Okay.
Interesting.
Thank you very much. That was lovely.
Yes.
Right.
Well, look, very well done.
So,
Thanks.
we begin the game on the bridge of the Pathos. You are currently about 10 minutes out from the edge of the system. So far, everything has gone normally. Is there anything that anyone would like to do before you enter the bounds of the system?
So do we know at which point in the system the vanishings happen?
Good question. Okay, so the okay, so it was when there are two gas giants in the system. Let me just get up my notes. We've got the fourth planet. So the third planet is the one that has the colony on it. The 4th and 5th planets are gas giants. The 6th planet is a little white snowball. It's quite far out. The vanishings happened when the ships entered between the orbits of those 2 gas giants as they were getting closer to the orbit of the 3rd planet.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also, because I actually put it in my notes, I would. Okay, so remind me, like, are we on our way back to a starbase?
No, this is new mission. There's a new mission. Time has passed in between. Time has passed in between games. I think the period that's assumed to have passed is like a week or 2 weeks or something like that in the show.
Mm.
For time progression to happen.
Just like real life, actually.
But
Okay.
yeah,
So we haven't been given have we been given, or at least do we know what our new mission is?
A mission briefing.
well, yes, the mission. Well, yes, the captain has given the captain's log. She's given the captain's log, and you would know the mission.
Oh! I thought that was like a lot of what happened last time. I'm a dumb.
Nope.
No.
What happened last
That did
time?
not happen last
That
time.
sounds like what we did last time.
Well,
I don't know.
it's good. It's good to know that you're paying attention, Mr. W.
Oh yeah, I'm just not understanding it. There's a difference, thank you.
It's okay. I was joking.
Okay.
I was joking.
I can't even remember the bloody captain's log. Okay, so I will probably just familiarize myself with the awaiting checklist that I made myself.
Okay.
Right?
So that's check atmosphere, radiation issues, safety suits.
I put the captain's
dang.
log in game text.
I saw, yeah, cheers for that. Dangers of teleport location and atmospheric potential dangers. So that should be good.
Okay. So, any security precautions? Anything you would like to do before you actually get within the system?
In one moment,
Perhaps putting the ship in yellow alert might be a good call.
We don't have we do not have a first officer, right?
The first officer is the chief of security.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's fine.
for the moment, at least.
Okay.
Yes.
The previous 2 ships.
Sure.
Also, the chief of the chief engineer is still not on board. He's been delayed.
Oh, yeah.
Backwind. Backwind sounds like a fart. Is my first take from this.
Really? Then you're not very
Yeah.
into sailing ships.
Okay. It's wind from the back, isn't it? Not backside.
But yeah,
Okay,
yellow
anyway,
alert
anyway,
sounds good.
yeah, yellow alert.
Okay.
Yellow alert, because one of my values is always ready for a fight. So.
Makes sense.
Okay, yellow alert. So actually, you've got a button on your. So the captain has a button on her armrest on the captain's chair for yellow alert. So you press the button. Announcement goes. Shields come online, and yes, you enter yellow alert. The red lights flash, but the lighting stays the same. Willis 1961 in chat has a good suggestion, namely long-range scans of the system.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that
I should
was
have
the
a
plan.
Twitch challenge, shouldn't I really?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so do you want to
yeah,
order that?
I'll do that. I'll just try and get the Twitch channel.
Yes.
Hello, Yanni.
Yes.
Okay, so we start the session with 0 momentum, by the way.
Oh, yeah. It's every session.
Mm, well,
If it's the same episode, I mean. If it's the
if
part
it's-
2 of an
if
episode.
then no, then it carries over, but with scenes it evaporates. Okay, so
Does the thread also evaporate by any chance?
no.
Okay.
we
Okay.
wish.
Ooh, that's an interesting roll to start us off. That is an interesting roll for the NPC.
Yes.
For sensors. So,
Indeed.
Kango, would you like to roll for the ship?
Okay. Sure.
Sensors plus science?
Will do. Oh, it's the black theme.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Sensors plus science. Focus, of course. There we go. 1.
1 success.
All
Okay,
right.
so 3 successes in total is what
Great.
the NPC gets, which means that you have.
And a complication.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You've generated 3 momentum because this was a difficulty 0 task by default.
Nice.
So a basic sense sweep of the system reveals that there is no debris, no ships, no anything like that. Nothing unusual, except for one thing, which is that in one bit there seems to be a bit of a radioactive cloud of particles, which wasn't there when the system was last scanned.
So, alright. Okay. That's interesting.
Thank you.
All right. So the supply ship is automated. Presumably, it is on path to go through that cloud, or near it, or something. Is
Okay,
it?
so that would be a question for the pilot, because he's got all the navigation stuff in front there. So,
Yeah.
okay, so Rogue, you see the course heading, and it
Yeah.
looks like no, the automated ship is not on a course through that cloud. The cloud.
Nope.
You are gonna go.
So stay away from that cloud. Then.
You are going to go a little bit close. You're going to pass by it, like about 50,000 kilometers near it. So you're going to pass by a little bit close, but you're not going to go through it, or you're not going to get near it for it to be dangerous.
Can we
So basically,
scan the
no.
actual? Can we scan the actual cloud?
You'd have to get closer for that. These
Yeah.
are long-range sensors.
Well,
Yeah. So I think as we get into like mid to close range,
If we do,
I'd like to do a more detailed scan of the cloud.
Okay.
because we only really scanned the area and found the cloud. We haven't actually scanned the cloud itself yet.
Mhm.
Quite.
Yes.
Yes.
So, as you are approaching the boundary of the system, Kango,
Yes.
your character is being hailed. You're using a hail from the colony.
Alright. Captain, the colony is healing us. Shall I put it on screen?
Yes.
Right, I'm...
Okay. On screen comes the face of a man. Behind him, you can see what looks like sheet metal and just general stuff. He's wearing what looks like work overalls, and he says, "This is Wanamek Bainster of the Guldahn colony, USS Pathos. What is the status of the supply ship?"
Supply ship is on course to your planet. We are keeping track of an anomaly in the system.
Anomaly.
However, yes, a radioactive cloud of some sort.
Interesting. Just please make sure the supplies get through this time. We're running low on food and we need yellow cake for our reactors. It is essential. Our life support systems, even though the air is breathable, we are in the middle of winter. Without life support systems, we'd have to resort to making campfires to stay warm.
Of course. We will proceed with the utmost caution.
Yes. Thank you. Sorry that we can't supply any more detailed scans, but when the disappearances happened, there was so much interference. We didn't get a chance to get any substantial sensor systems operational here yet.
Understood.
Wanamak out. Looking forward to see you in person. Okay.
Alright.
Yes, the communication terminates.
By the way, I didn't catch that name.
I'll post it in Discord.
Wallamak or something? Wallamak?
Similar. There we go.
Wallamak.
Wallamak Bainster. There we go.
Nice.
Okay.
I shall also note that down.
Okay.
First note of the session.
So, you enter the system, and you approach the orbital path of the first planet you come across, the 6th planet. Everything's still looking normal. You go past the orbit of the first gas giant. Everything is still normal. You are now approaching the radiation cloud. You're getting into medium range. What would you like to do?
Sorry. Ants on my desk. They were crawling on my hand.
Ooh.
Anyway. Yes. Yes. I'd like to begin the more detailed scan. Hopefully we can understand it.
Okay. Yes, continue scans of the cloud, of course. So, do you want the NPC to buy any dice for this? We've got 3 momentum.
Pretty important. So
We might as well.
At least do 1.
1?
we can get 1 with 1 momentum, and we can get 2 with all our momentum. So probably just 1.
Yeah. I'd say
Okay.
so too.
Plus the ship will assist if you get
Oh, yeah.
any successes.
Right.
Okay, that
34.
is 2 successes.
Nice.
Dodd, would you like to roll for the ship this time?
Sure. What am I rolling?
Sensors plus science.
Sensors, science. Right. It's already on there. Okay. Nope.
Oh well.
Okay, so we've still got 2 successes. And right. So there is no sign of debris, no life signs. However, you can now identify what the radioactive particles are. They are a form of uranium dust, which has been sort of partially refined. Another name for this substance is yellow cake.
Hmm. How strange.
Okay, well, I've got one idea. Well, I've got one idea as to what happened.
First officer, what is your idea?
Oh wait.
Well, if I might, Captain. My guess is that there's been ships trying to get here before, and perhaps this is where we've come out of a cropper or something or other. These supplies.
Yes.
Keep your eye out, is what I say.
So, it is possible that this is where the base runner and Featherboot both disappeared. However, it is strange that only the yellow cake is here, if that is the case. Unless it was perhaps a phenomenon that would destroy everything else in an instant.
Just a quick question,
Mhm.
GM.
Yes?
I assume we would know whether or not yellow cake can be created naturally.
No, it is semi-refined.
Yeah.
It is semi-refined.
And so not this type of...
This is unnatural. This is an unnatural resource.
Uranium
Yeah.
concentrate powder, it says.
So, as you keep traveling, and are talking amongst
I
yourselves.
have a weird theory,
Oh, go ahead.
but I'll keep it to
I
myself.
love weird theories. Come on.
I live on it.
Ooh, does it involve a weird by
Um,
any chance?
Ha.
Does it involve the Borg?
That'd be
would
one
be a
weird
weird
theory.
theory.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sure.
My theory would be, my weird theory, is that the ships didn't disappear. They made it to the planet, but that for some reason they're releasing this yellow cake, and that's why they need more.
That is an interesting theory. So,
Or maybe something is actively siphoning it off, and they just didn't know it.
yes, but if it were siphoning it off, why would it just be left in space?
So, well, maybe to actively bugger up the colony. Possibly.
Who knows?
You do.
Do I? Oh wait, let me check my
You
notes.
should do. You
Oh
should
yes,
know.
right, I do.
This isn't a GM-less
So,
campaign, dude.
as you get in closer, as you get sort of within semi-close range of the second gas giant, that is a good suggestion, Willis. But before that happens, sensors. The man at sensor says, "Captain, I'm detecting a ship. It's emerging out of one of the. Oh, I've lost it. Sensors are being jammed. It's radiation interference, I think." And Rogue, if you look on your console, you can see on the on that
Yeah.
wheel display on your side. You can see that it is a little bit staticky, and you can see a little bit of a light, almost like a radar, a light that's occasionally just flares up a little bit as it's closing.
Oh, that's annoying.
So what would you like to do?
That sounds like a tribble.
It
Can
is.
we can we keep the supply ship within our shields?
That is going to be a piloting check. It's going to be of difficulty.
okay.
I would say that since the supply ship is going in a direction with a predetermined speed, it's not doing any maneuvers. I would say it's a difficulty 1.
Okay, what am I rolling?
It would be con plus control.
Ooh. Nice.
Right.
Nope, I don't think any of that one is, so not that.
Are you checking focuses?
Yeah.
Haha, I knew it.
Astro recognition, no. Astro. Nope. Small craft, nope. Nope. Mechanics, nope. No. Right, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
Two
Oh,
successes.
2 successes. And would you?
Congratulations.
So,
Wow.
Rogue, would you also like to roll for the ship?
Oh, okay, give me a
Did you
sec.
think your luck went out or not?
Right, what? Is it the same?
For the ship, it is engines plus con.
That's con. Oh. Okay,
Another success. Okay, so
Oh,
we've
yes.
generated 2 momentum, so we're now at 5. Congratulations.
I like luck.
Well,
Luck
thank you.
stays.
So,
Come on, Lady Luck. Come on, Lady Luck.
as Nero pilots the Pathos, or Pathos, however you should pronounce it, closer, the shields are temporarily dropped as you move very, very close, like almost within contact, like only about a dozen or 2 dozen meters gap. Shields are re-initiated, and the supply ship is now within the shields. So,
Great.
the
Skill.
Okay.
sensor interference is still there. However, you can get enough of a glimpse through to tell that whatever this is that's approaching is getting closer. It is now at long range, and it's getting closer.
Also, I know it's
Can we, like,
go ahead.
what direction is it coming from?
It is coming from the second gas giant, the closer one to the star.
And the one who reported it said they caught a glimpse of a ship emerging.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A ship.
My senses are going nuts.
If the sensor's jammed, does that mean comms are jammed as well? Or can we try and open hailing frequencies?
Well, he did mention it was probably due. It looks like it's due to radiation, and cyberspace communications should still work without issue.
All right. Open hailing frequencies.
Doing that now, sir. Oh, yes.
Okay. You open hailing frequencies.
Same voice as your human for flight character.
It's the same. It's the same guy. He was just frozen in a cryogenic stasis pod in the past, and now he's.
Wow.
So-
Also, one question. One question.
Yes.
The uses backwind. I know it's automated, but are there any people on board?
No
It's
people.
like to survey
Nope.
things.
Nope.
Okay.
No people at all.
Sure.
No crew.
So no windows.
So yes, you have. There are windows. You can go on board it. There is space. There's just it's automated.
Okay.
So yes, hailing frequencies. It sounds like there's something going off there. One moment.
I'll get that.
You okay?
Yeah. It's just on the other monitor over there. It's fine. Don't worry. So.
Okay.
Hailing frequencies are open. So if you want to talk, then it'll be transmitted, and they theoretically should hear you.
This is Captain Shiun of the USS Pathos. Please state your purpose in the system and your identification.
Okay. There's a little bit of a pause, and then you get a series of very shrill sound. It essentially sounds like a modem. It essentially sounds like a modem that's transmitting for about 3 seconds, and then it stops.
Interesting.
Meanwhile, Rogue, you can see that it's now closed to... It's starting to enter medium range.
Oh, god damn it. Do I still pilot what? No, I can't because it's automated.
Officer Twossock,
Yes.
can you interpret any part of the message?
I'm not sure. One moment.
I'm not sure. I think that'll be a roll, Captain. So
To be fair, that would be fun, like a role play session where you just constantly break the fourth wall. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we're being
Could be.
We're gonna have to ask the GM, Captain.
So
It sounds like a freaking.
this is going to be either insight or reason, plus I would say either science or engineering, or I guess, yeah, science or engineering.
I'll go inside engineering then.
Okay.
Okay, so what subspace communications apply the focus?
I would say no.
Okay.
In this case, no.
Sure.
Hello,
2 dice.
Robin the Cowardly Merchant. Welcome.
Ooh. 3
I
successes.
should have given you the difficulty. It was difficulty 2, but
Okay.
Oh, what's my brother doing now?
he says sup. I'm not sure if he's asking for supper
Supper.
or
No, he's not.
Yeah.
okay. So
What does he want now?
so as you roll, you listen to it again a few times. You've got that earpiece that Uhura had as well. You listen to
Yes.
it a few times over, and you're not too familiar with computers, but it sounds like it is. It sounds like it is requesting a password, so to say, or an activation code or deactivation code, perhaps. It looks like it's expecting some sort of code.
Okay. Well, I'm not too sure, Captain. It's a lot of static, but As far as I can tell, it's requesting some sort of password. Not sure for what.
No, Robin, this isn't Spaceballs. So, what do I do? It is now well within medium range, and next time it goes, it'll be within close range.
Oh
Wow.
god.
And
Oh god.
okay, oh dear. I don't know what it wants.
At this point, it's also close enough so that Rogue, if you wanted to, you could put it on screen and magnify in to see a visual of it.
Okay.
Scan it.
We'll do that.
You could scan it, but it'll be very difficult because of the interference. Okay.
True.
You put it on the screen. You zoom in.
Magnify.
Yes. And it basically looks like two black cylinders that are parallel to each other, that are connected with horizontal struts. There are no visible windows. However, there are clearly engines. More specifically, rocket engines. Not impulse engines, rocket engines. Rocket motors.
So I assume that this is, at least by the way it's designed, that this is quite an old
It could be.
rocket busters rather
Yep,
than-
rocket motors are definitely more of a primitive technology in the Star Trek universe.
I'm getting up that.
Does anyone want to do anything before it gets into close range?
Well, Willis had a suggestion to
Is that
scan
okay
the
with
thing.
it?
You can try it. Do you want him to try it? It's going to be a difficulty
I-
boost.
Willis?
Either,
Willis 1961,
either
yes.
scan the
Yeah?
hang on.
Sure.
Either scan the thing or get out of here.
Or both.
But the ship,
Well-
the ship's on
Run! Quickly, let's get out!
Yeah.
Oh,
Warp
yes.
7! No! Warp 9! No! Warp
What's the
13!
difficulty?
The other ship
Yes.
is on autopilot, so it's gonna be really
Mhm.
difficult.
It would be so to scan that through this interference, it would be difficulty 3.
Okay, what about if we wait for it to get into close range?
Then the difficulty will drop, probably. You don't know exactly. It may drop, but then it might be too late.
I think we should just try and keep going and try and stop whatever it starts doing to us, if it starts doing anything to us.
I would like to enter red alert.
Okay, I was waiting for it. Yes.
Now we're talking.
Okay, so press the red alert button. Red alert, all hands to battle stations. Red alert. The klaxons sound as you enter red alert. Willis says as
Thank
it
you.
gets closer. It should be easier to scan unless the jamming is coming from it. Good point.
True.
Which it probably is.
Yeah.
So, you've entered red alert. Are you... what is the sound of the interference? What do you mean sound of the interference? For the scanners, it is intense radiation. The ship's hull is enough to protect you from it. And with the shields, there's no danger, but it is enough to basically... Oh, source. Sorry, I remember. Source, yes. Not sound, of course. Source. There's a little bit of a... I've got lights here. One moment. See, I've got lights here. And the reflection of the light is just there on the text, which is why I misread that word. So the source has not been determined yet. But if you want to
we
ask,
can likely infer that it is the thing.
it's probably the thing. So, okay. It is now getting into... Is it from the approaching object or something else? Well, is that a question you want to ask? Where is the interference coming from? You can try running a sensor scan to try to determine this. Or I would let you use one momentum for obtaining information, if you just wanted this bit of information. It looks similar to
I think
that.
obtain information would be the best way to go here.
Okay.
Yeah.
No objections?
Yeah, sure.
3,
Yes.
2, 1.
Sold.
Sold to the lovely lady sitting in the captain's chair. So, the interference is coming from the thing, yes, but it's coming specifically from its engines. These engines are a very appear to be very inefficient way of nuclear propulsion. They are emitting a lot of radiation, just in every direction. This entire vessel is bathed in the radiation.
Okay, so by the sounds of it, it's not intentionally interfering then.
And as you're doing this is the time you're doing as it's getting into close range, and as soon as it hits close range,
Yes.
see?
God.
What's happening?
Boom.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
As soon as it
I'm
gets-
scared to look.
As soon as it gets into close range, the ship rocks. They all rock side to side in the TOS fashion as
Yeah.
you are hit by an energy blast. Let's see.
Captain, something's hit us.
No shit. No.
Okay. Ooh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. No, 6,
Wow,
7. That's
damage.
8 points of damage. It's got vicious 1. However, the ship has a resistance of 4, which reduces that by 4 points, which means it doesn't go through the shield. It just drains 4
Okay.
shields. So yeah.
God.
So
Right.
now, what would the players like to do? Which one of the players would like to take a turn?
Oh, we're in initiative now.
We are.
Okay.
Mm.
Well,
Well, I know what I'm going to do when it's my turn.
It's if you want to, you can take your turns in any order that you wish. In any order that you
Remind
wish.
me, who's in control of firing the pew-pews?
That would be
You.
you.
yeah,
Me, okay.
most
Yeah.
likely.
Fire the pew-pews at it. I will fire the pew-pews at it then.
Torpedoes or phasers. It's at close range, which means, well, torpedoes have a long range as their optimal range. The closer or further away you get, each increment increases the difficulty by 1. So for phasers, it would be a difficulty 3 to it.
Phases, it would be. Hang on. For phase, it would be a difficulty 3. And what was it for torpedoes?
4, because torpedoes have a optimal range of 3, whereas phasers have an optimal range of 2. At least phaser arrays and banks. Cannons have an optimal range of 1, of close.
Well, the thing is, it's close range.
The thing is,
Can we
actually,
use the cannons?
so yeah, the thing is, although the pilot, if you want to look at Dodd's lovely reference document, there are actually actions you can take that can decrease the difficulty of stuff.
Okay.
So, for example, if we go to Helm, I believe it was Helm, right? Yeah, Helm, attack pattern, reduces the difficulty of any attacks made by the ship by 1.
Okay.
So, for example, if open a window and use a hand phaser.
That's what I was
Dun,
thinking.
Well,
Cue the theme and the first commercial break. True.
yeah.
So, yes. For example, you can do that. So if you want Rogue to take the first turn, then he can attempt to do an attack pattern, which will lower the difficulty. However, then it would be its turn unless you kept the initiative. Now, if I remember correctly, some of you have stuff that allows you to keep the initiative for free.
Yeah, I sort of. If I take an action to assist or something, then I can keep the initiative. So basically, I can assist them and let them go immediately.
Mm-hmm. And Rogue, you've got a talent that's called Flyby. What is this talent?
Oh, fill it up. Oops.
Sounds fun. I think it is.
Right.
Hold on. I need to actually look at some of this stuff actually. Or
So
you might
I
need
do
to look
have
up-
one question.
Mm-hmm.
With the tack pattern.
Yes.
If we change our flight path, won't that lose our automated ship from the shields?
It will.
Uh-huh.
It will.
Could we hold it in place with a tractor beam?
Theoretically, yes, but then that would be a bit more difficult.
Yes.
True.
Where are the talents again? Sorry. Look at it.
This talent may be from the command division because it also has Helm stuff in it.
Can somebody look at the other book?
Tell you what, I'll
It's in the reference document I made.
yeah.
All your talents and their descriptions.
Sweet. So did I download that or did I need to? Damn it. Sorry guys.
Okay, so flyby, I've got it. It's you can do it
Okay.
over the online character creator. There's a talents overview button, and you can select which talents you want to look at. So whenever you use a swift task or momentum spend, you do not increase the difficulty of the momentum spend. Okay. When we do swift task momentum, yes.
Doesn't...
To pilot the vessel or vehicle. No, that doesn't do anything at the moment. Okay, so what do you want to do?
Well, cannons, because you said that they were most effective.
We don't have
Not
cannons.
most effective, but...
We don't have cannons.
Just a ship's cannon poking out of the hull.
We have phaser banks.
How much momentum do we have?
We are currently sitting on 4.
I think.
Mhm.
5?
4. 3. No.
2. Okay, I would... You said
None.
that phases were difficulty
Oh,
3.
by the way,
Mhm,
yes.
we never did determine what stations we have on the bridge and what you can do from each one.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, you've basically got one of each, essentially. So you've got Helm, which is you fly the ship from. Then next to Helm, so this is in the front. So in front of the captain's chair, just in front of the view screen, you've got Helm. Beside that, you've got the tactical station, which you can use the ship's weapons from and internal ship security stuff as well. You've got communications, which is self-explanatory. Science, which is used for scans and stuff.
Oh great,
You've-
that's all next to me.
You've got operations, which can be used to perform engineering tasks as well as transportation and things like that. And of course, you've got the captain's chair as well.
Oh yes. A golden time's here.
Yes, but
Golden time, hello.
However, like in the show and in the rules, they do specify that you usually can cover multiple different roles from one station, even if that's not the station's primary role.
Yes, if you want to overwrite it.
Okay. What I'm thinking of doing
No,
is...
not as an override.
Oh, what do you
just-
mean?
Just as a natural thing.
Hmm,
Like,
are you sure?
yeah, it said it in the rules when I think I put I added to the starship combat reference. I added the bridge layout information.
What I'm thinking of doing is like spending a momentum to get an additional dice.
So
And,
for instance, for the 23rd century, it says that the helm naturally covers the helm position, but also covers either the security oversight or tactical position.
Yes. If you look at the picture that CangoFango has posted in chat,
In Twitch chat.
in Twitch chat, or I can post it on Discord as well.
I have already. One moment. Here. I've
yeah.
linked it again.
Yeah, if you look at that, then those two consoles
On
at
the
the
front.
front there, one of them is tactical and the other one is helm. So it technically counts as
Okay.
one console with 2 seats on it, I guess.
Ah.
Okay, so GM.
No. I'll just copy the text into in-game chat, but
So GM.
Yes.
What I'm thinking of doing, for the third time now, what I'm thinking of doing is spending a momentum, so I can get another extra dice, and then firing the phasers. I do have shipboard tactical systems as a focus.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that would apply.
Yes.
Okay. Thing is, we've got 5 momentum. I think I'd like to use one of those to fire the phasers. Not to fire the phasers, but to assist with the difficulty-free task of firing the phasers.
Sorry, what did you say? Could you repeat it, please?
I'd like to buy
Yeah.
another dice with one of the momentum.
Okay.
So
Okay.
sensitive objective.
Yeah. Yeah, so according to that text, the helm naturally covers the helm position, but also covers the security oversight protecting positions. So yeah, with this, since we've got a dedicated tactical officer and that dedicated helm, I would say that helm has got helm and navigation stuff, since they're two kind of related. And then the other console, the other seat is dedicated to tactical, I would say. I'm not sure what the question is.
I think the way they describe it makes more sense, that it's the helm and the navigation, but each one covers 2 roles, because the navigator is supposed to assist the helmsman, and if they can't both act in the same turn, that's not as useful.
Yeah, true.
Well, you can assist someone. You can assist someone. Assisting someone doesn't take a turn.
I mean that their abilities assist the helm abilities.
Yes.
The actions that
Yeah,
tasks
so-
that they can perform.
Yes. But in the text that you've posted there, it says that the helm station naturally covers helm position, but also covers either security or oversight tactical position, which means that you do both from the same thing, from the same console.
Yes.
Which would
Yes.
mean that if the helm takes an action, for example, attack pattern, then it would be the same guy who would then have to take another action to fire the ship's weapons, since they're at that console. Yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But the pairing that would make more sense to me would be if the helm seat is in charge of, helm and navigation, and then the other seat.
I think navigation and tactical makes more sense,
Why?
because navigation isn't used nearly as often in combat. So I think them also covering tactical makes the most sense. Whereas the helm can cover security oversight, because that's not.
Oh, right.
different.
Oh, so you mean helm has helm and security oversight, and then navigation also has tactical. So that's the pairing you were
Yeah.
thinking of. Okay, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. If everybody else is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Cool, just let me know. I'll figure it out.
Okay, right. So the question now is, so Mr. W said he wanted to buy a die and fire the ship's phasers.
Yeah, that's fine. That is fine.
Is that what you want to do now?
Okay, is that?
This is difficulty 3.
3, yeah. I didn't know it was at all before. Okay, task roll
I did-
3.
I did say
Focus you, yeah. Yeah, I know you did, but it's not. If I remember rightly, it's not been this difficult before.
Oh, this because
I would
you're
roll.
closer than the optimal range. The optimal range would be
Oh,
medium,
right.
which would be difficulty 2. Since you're a bit closer, it increases the difficulty. Same as if it were further away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do I roll me or do I roll the ship?
You roll you, and then the ship assists.
Oh yeah. Oh bless you. Oh,
Sorry, thanks. Oh. Ugh.
is everything all right, Dodd?
What? Sorry, distracted.
I was gonna say yeah.
Okay, just go
so
ahead.
What do I? Okay, so what do I do? What do I?
You
roll?
roll 3 dice. It is security plus control.
Yeah. Security plus control. That is 15.
Focus applies.
Yes. Task roll 3. The focus use yes. Shipboard tactical systems. Here we go. Hey!
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
Haha, 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Holy
The ship assists. Ship
Okay.
assists.
That is one roll.
Unfortunately, you can't generate momentum this way.
Who rolls for the ship?
So,
Assume I would.
yes, it would be you.
Sure.
Because, yes.
Okay, journal. Pathos. So what is it for rolling for the ship? And it's only 1 dice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is 1 die. It is weapons plus security. So Willis, the captain should make the decision, yes. But in this case, since if the player says, okay, I want to do this, I'm assuming that this can go through unless the captain wants to intervene. Because just from a role-playing point of view, it's better if the players better if the players have more agency themselves. If the captain
What was it?
thinks-
Yeah, because it's like, on the one hand, we could go like the full roleplay route and like do like the, oh, I say this, so you should do this, and blah 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 blah.
But that would take ages.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
that's true.
So it's easier to just take the actions
Yeah.
and have it assumed that the in-world
stated
actions are a little more according to protocol.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, of course,
So
if-
what was it? Weapons.
it is weapons plus security, and this will also use 1
There you
power.
go.
Mm-hmm.
You can
I
use
think
you can actually. Okay, no, go ahead. Roll this first. Roll this
Yeah,
first.
I think I have a focus or something that actually helps with power. Well, no, not a focus. Or whatever it is.
Value.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
No.
fine. That's fine. Okay, sure.
Talent, that was it.
So, how much power? We have got 8 power. Now, by default, it uses 1 power. You can spend additional power to add damage dice to the damage roll. Now, the actual damage roll that it says on the character sheet is wrong, because that is how much it is in addition to what the ship value. It's a roll 20 thing. It's not supposed to be that way. It's a bug, but yeah. So, would you like to buy more dice? Let's just see how many would it. This is just a test roll. Just a test roll. I'm just doing. Okay, so this would
How
be
many would it
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It rolls by default. 8? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So, do you want to buy additional dice? Yep, the engineer can free up more power. But you don't have a chief engineer, so it'll be just some NPC.
Yeah.
Do you want to use more power or not? It's your choice.
I will do. I will use 1.
1? Okay, so we're down to 6 power. Which means now, on the ship, you can roll damage for the phaser banks. Click on the little challenge dice icon, the little delta symbol.
And you do get threat for this, right? Threat?
No,
for
not for
sharp weapons?
No, not phasers. For torpedoes I do, not for phasers.
Oh, right. And for hand weapons?
Okay.
Hand
Rifles and some other ones as well. But
Okay.
so on the bottom of the ship's character sheet,
Yeah.
it says
Oh, yeah.
phaser banks. Click on the little delta symbol, the challenge dice symbol.
Ah, there we go.
Okay, and
Wow.
roll an additional 1d6 in chat, or just challenge die, just on the ship where it says
1,
challenge dice at the top.
Oh, no.
On the ship, on the character sheet, where it says dice roller.
Yeah, I've got it.
Is that-
I've got it.
Good.
So 6. What do I put? Challenge dice and then 6.
Yes. No. You roll one challenge die.
Okay. Oh god.
Well, that didn't seem to have worked.
Yeah.
So good.
What was it? No attribute was found.
0d6.
No. Wrong.
Okay.
There we
Well, that didn't do anything.
go.
That's fine. Okay. So The damage we've rolled is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage,
Nice.
plus 2 effects, and the phasers have the versatile 2 quality, which means that gets converted to 4 points of bonus momentum, which means you've got to use it on this specific thing. You've got to use it immediately, otherwise it's gone. You can use it, for example, to add penetration, so that if for each point of momentum spent, it ignores a layer of resistance. Or you can use it for just additional points of damage, if you would like to. So what would you like to do with that?
I think I'd like to use the momentum for additional points of damage.
So you want to add 4 points of damage, so doing 14 in general. In total, I mean. Yes? Okay. So subtracting the scale, it's 11. Okay, which means... Okay, that's gone. Okay. Roll to hit. So roll a... Well, roll a d20 in chat. Gonna look at the random hit table.
2.
2. Okay. STRPG snippets, there we go. Random hit table, there we go. So 2 actually hits the computer's system. Interesting. Really, really interesting. Okay. And you... Okay, that's fine. That is fine. So... Right. This is what happens.
Right.
Westacre fires the phasers, and from the bottom of the dome, these 2 bright blue beams of energy shoot out, so you can hear the phaser sound, and they impact the ship. The ship's shields. It goes through the ship's shields. The shields collapse, and you can see several explosions happening along the cylinder. Along the cylinder of one of the 2 cylinders of the vessel, and it seems to, as you can see, it seems to spin out of control a little bit. Okay, so now it is its turn.
Then
Let's see. Okay. That was a surprisingly good roll for this. I set the difficulty to 3 for this, and I got 3 successes. That's nice.
Great.
Okay.
Yay.
So, right. Manages to do that. Okay, and that, okay. So as it begins to slightly spiral out of control, it fires its energy weapon again. A bolt of energy shoots out from it, and as it's spinning out of control, it just goes wide, misses you both completely. And after that, it sensors reports, says, "Sir, I'm reading a bit of an energy build-up. It is... Oh, I'm reading quite a large energy build-up. Sir?" So now what do you want to do?
is this me or the captain?
It's just you as players.
This is
Right.
Well, I'll try and get it. I'll try and get as far away from it as possible. Is my vote.
Yeah. I'd say so too.
We have to protect the supplies, though.
It is worth noting that the supply ship is completely unarmed. It does not even have shields or polarized hull plating.
Oh.
To be fair, but it is in our shield.
Willis says tractor on the
Yes.
supply ship.
We can try.
And
What
it'll,
section is that
then it might
under?
lead its guide.
Uh,
Could I?
It's not resisting.
That's
Well.
under tactical tractor beam.
Mm-hmm.
Could I maybe instruct an engineer to put more power into the shields, just so they've got more chance?
So
of
there
staying
is
if this thing
a-
goes out of the moon?
Okay, there are two different things you can do. You can either modulate the shield frequencies, which will give additional resistance rating, or you could try to regenerate some of the shields. Those are the two things that you could do.
Which can be done easier?
I think they've got similar difficulties, actually, if I recall correctly.
Well, I said we need to protect the.
But if we put our shields up, we've got more chance of protecting both ourselves and the supply ship. Which
but don't we
Our
already have
shields
that?
are up and
They are.
around the supply ship.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So if we increase power to our shields, that will make the shields less likely to come down, thus more likely to protect us and the supply ship.
So regenerating shields is a difficulty of 1. It requires 1 power, and it gives +2 points to shields, with an additional 2 per momentum spent.
Okay.
Can I instruct an engineer to do that, or create an NPC, or create a supporting character to do that? Perhaps.
It'd probably be better if it was an NPC at this point.
Yeah, that's fine. You do that now.
Okay, do you want the NPC to take this turn? Doing that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you want him to buy dice?
Yes.
How much
might
damage
as
are
well.
we?
Well, okay.
hold
Just to be clear, regenerate shield is difficulty 1,
It is.
All right.
Yes.
and it automatically does 2 points, but we can get an extra 2 for every momentum we spend.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I
So I think the difficulty isn't the issue.
That's how many
It's
shields you want.
how much momentum we want to spend on shields.
Right.
Yeah.
So we won't purchase dice now, but then rather
Okay,
spend the momentum then. Sure. Okay.
sure. Here we go.
Oh. Yes.
Okay. That is 2 successes, which means we've actually generated 1 bit of momentum. So we're up to 4.
Great.
So how much momentum do you want to spend on this? We've lost 4 points of shields, so 1 would be all. Actually, can this exceed
Yeah.
the maximum? I don't think it can. No, it can't.
I know power can exceed
Power can,
max,
but I don't think this can.
shield can.
I don't think this can. Okay, so do you want to spend that 1 then? I'm guessing the one you've just
Yeah,
generated.
run that one at least.
Okay, we can only spend 1. Okay, shields are back to maximum.
All right.
That's fine.
Okay,
An extra proportion.
right. And at this point, its turn is spent basically overloading. The radiation emissions are spiking, and you get the feeling that it's going to blow up real soon. Now it's your turn again.
And we can't go any further.
What do you want to do?
Let's just try and move away from it, Ivo.
Yeah, I'll
We can
move.
no, we
only
can't go
move
very
as fast
quickly.
as the supply ship.
If you can, you can try. You can, if you lock a tractor beam on it, you can pull it with you. But if you want to,
Actually,
if you want
no.
to,
if it's
But
in.
that would be
I think
2 actions, wouldn't it?
wait, is the tractor beam?
1 to establish the tractor beam, and the other to maneuver.
Yeah, but you can spend 1 bit of momentum to retain the initiative.
Okay.
I think
Then
I
yeah.
think if we okay. Yeah, captain's call.
Yeah. Yes.
If there are no objections, then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay. So you've gone.
I was
Okay.
I was gonna suggest, because I would reckon that our shields would stay up, because maybe they wouldn't. I don't know a lot about Star Trek, but I would reckon that the shields would have stayed up. So I was just suggesting that we go as far as we can away, keeping the speed that we had done with the cargo ship, and hopefully the shields would keep us and the supply ship away from damage.
So
That's kind of ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
Okay. So
Yeah.
No.
right. I'm just gonna say that you call engineering and that they put on the tractor beam. So now you want to
Okay.
spend a point of momentum to retain initiative. So now,
Mhm.
Rogue,
Mm-hmm.
would you like to
Yeah.
get us out of here?
Oh, hell yeah.
So,
Right.
okay. So this is going to be a base difficulty. I would say normally it's 0, but considering that you are pulling this thing, I'm going to say 1, and then
Well, no.
considering that you're also trying to keep it within the shield's difficulty 2. And I'm going to spend
Oh,
1 point.
not bad.
I'm going to spend 1 point of threat to increase the complication range to 19 and to 20. 19 to 20.
So, complicated range 2.
Making it interesting for the viewers, are you?
It's not that big of an increase.
Sure.
So,
Yeah,
I need
definitely
any
buy
luck
an extra
then.
die.
Yeah,
Yes.
at least
Sure.
1.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll
How much
bring us
longer
down
do we have?
to.
How
It'll bring us
often
down to
do we have?
1
Mm-hmm. It will bring us down to 1.
between maintaining initiative and adding the die.
Just let me know what we're doing.
Okay.
This is what
So
I need
this is
luck.
going to be
Right,
Helm.
Complication.
Mhm.
This is going to be con plus control or con plus daring. By the way, for you.
Control's fine. Right, complication range is 2, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, roll dice and roll 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
We agree? Okie dokie.
Yes.
Lay luck, pray to the god dice gods.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Do it. Yes. 2 successes.
Okay. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
that additional die didn't do anything. The additional die didn't do anything, but there we go. 2 successes. The ship assists. So Kango, would you like to roll for the ship?
Sure thing.
So this is going to be
Come on, lady luck.
con
come
plus
on.
engines.
Con plus engines. Sure.
Don't want
Focus, yes. Sure. Here we go.
1, come on.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, well- Sure.
Didn't that land on 6 though? It's like between 14 and 6.
Counts it. It counts it as 0. So
Sure.
okay.
If I didn't...
So let's see.
If I had a focus, if I had a focus. Jesus.
If you had a focus, if only. Okay, so
Yeah. Hey, what the bloody works?
as you are, as the order is given, as Helm is taking the ship out, the tractor beam's locked on. As it's kind of a little bit like an elastic band where you're kind of balancing, pulling away quickly, but not too fast to let the the ship catch up a little bit.
Ah.
You can hear the
Yeah.
whir of the engines creeping up on, and as you tend to do.
Mhm.
And then there is a massive explosion behind you. The ship rocks side to side as...
Oh,
Let's see. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 damage with 1, 2, 3 piercing. So we're ignoring 3, so just
Yeah.
1. It's 1. So 3, which means that the shields lose 3 points. Okay.
All right.
However, the shields hold.
great.
So Kango, you can hear departments reporting in. No casualties, no injuries. Everything is still operational.
I reported to the captain.
Come on, come on.
Yes.
And yeah. Yes, the non-commercial break. Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
So, right. What do you want to do now?
Make haste to the planet. We'll come back to investigate the area once the supplies have been securely delivered.
Okay. So, you take the ship into orbit around the 3rd planet. Kango, what do you do?
What would I do?
You'd probably tell them that you got through and that
Yeah,
you
I did.
can-
I did say that there's no casualties.
No, I meant to let the colony know that you got through
of
and that
course.
they can now
Yes.
start beaming.
Yeah, I tell them. I
Supplies
want
off.
to tell them.
Okay. Do you want to go down to yellow alert?
After the captain.
Not you, I was asking the captain.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
Well, we need to lower the shields to transport, right? Or just get the supply ship out of our ship.
Yes. But that's just a momentary thing. You are far enough away that the radiation isn't an issue.
All right. Then yellow alert
Okay.
and
And in this time, since we're now out of initiative, you've had plenty of time to regenerate your power and your shields as well.
And on momentum as well.
We wish.
Okay, so you get hailed and they thank you profusely for getting the supplies through to them. They're going to start immediately transporting them down to the colony, and they thank
Right.
you. So, what do you want to do?
Didn't they want to meet us in person? Or the
They
captain
did.
in person?
They did.
When?
yes.
Probably as soon as the essential supplies have been beamed over and everything's secured. Then they'll probably invite you over to dinner. Not dinner or even dinner, but just dinner. I mean, you never know. Maybe it is dinner, but maybe your theory about them stealing the stuff is
we're
right.
not doing that.
Maybe
Not
that's
this
why
one.
they're gonna ask you to.
We shall see.
Uh,
No.
We're
So-
not doing that in this one.
so, what do you want to do?
Sure.
I do have questions,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess we will meet with them.
You want to meet with them, okay? So
Yeah.
I'm guessing that you're going to ask Kango to get a date
Doviah.
to meet them down there.
Yes. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
They've got a new cookbook for Sarah Vulcan. Okay. So
Strange phrasing. But yeah,
Yes.
we'll make arrangements.
yes.
Sure.
Well, technically, it's a dinner date. I mean, technically, you're meeting at a date, at a predetermined date. So technically, it's
Yes.
true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is how I chose to interpret it.
Of
but,
course.
you know.
Of course. So, Kango,
Yes.
do you want to do your thing? Do you want to hail them?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Okay. You get Wenamak Bainster on the line, on the metaphorical line.
Yes, I patch it to the main screen.
Oh, to the main screen.
Actually-
Okay, you want the captain to deal with it, okay.
I don't know when.
Captain,
It's just... Oh, it's just like, Lieutenant Twossock, please make dinner arrangements. It's just, he comes up on screen and just... Oh, hello.
Okay, sure. I won't do that then. I'll just. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
I'll just ask them when it'll be ideal for them.
Okay.
Not on screen.
Whilst you get to arranging dinner, can I take a couple of minutes out?
Sure.
Okay. Oh,
Yep.
right.
Okay.
I'm gonna just assume that if there is an away team, that you are gonna be on it. Right? Or are you?
Yes, and
Yes.
I have my awaiting checklist. Do you want me to
Okay.
put it in the Twitch chat just in case?
Please do. Please do. Okay, so yes, you make arrangements, and they are going to expect you to beam down within the next few minutes, and everything shall be prepared. The glove compartment. Okay, so yes. So, is there anything anyone would like to do before you beam down? I'm guessing you want to go through your checklist.
It's only the captain, right? Or who would be going down?
Well, that's up to you.
Granted, The checklist shouldn't be as extensive as usual, given the circumstances.
Check atmosphere. The atmosphere is breathable. Radiation issues, not on the planet. Safety suits. I mean,
Just being around
technically, if you want to,
dinner.
but then I'm going to charge you threat for it because it's going to be escalating the situation. Dangers of teleport location.
Atmospheric potential danger.
But you're teleporting to another transporter pad. You don't even need to roll.
Right.
Atmospheric potential dangers. Nothing's been recorded yet, and these people have been here for a good couple of months, and they haven't experienced anything. So, okay. So who's going on the away team?
So obviously security will be there, captain will be there.
We've got supporting characters. If you would like to reintroduce them, you can actually make them a little bit better.
Oh yeah. Yarly Gwissom, for example. Tom Robin.
So
Jack
Yarly
Ra-
Gwissom was the
Jack
a science officer, and Tom Robin was a medical officer.
One who
Actually, no,
scans.
not them.
Yes, the one who scans.
Yes.
It is an ancient title my family has held for generations.
I think science might be good, because there's some strange things going on here.
Okay. So who wants to take control of Yarly Gwissom?
Me? If
You
no one
wanna-
wants him?
You want to take control of him again?
Yes. If it's fine with everyone else.
Because the supporting characters are in a group pool, and
Yeah, true.
they aren't claimed.
It's fine.
Okay. So
It's fine.
Right. So Rogue, what do you want to do?
Yeah. Oh. What else do we need done there?
Security?
Well,
I don't know.
Mr. W's character is going.
We have the chief of security.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
of course. Doctor perhaps? I don't know. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
But I don't know, we could always just have
A
our
red shirt.
shirt.
Sure. Just a red
Yeah.
shirt.
Wouldn't
Cool,
Mr. W's
that's
character have one?
Technically. Actually, technically, I guess
The character that
not.
died. Yay.
Really?
I think it was
Where's that?
yellow. No, actually, no, it wasn't. It would
Security
have
was-
been red. It would have been red.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been red.
Right, let's make
Yeah.
a red shirt.
Okay.
I think all the security and
Mhm.
operations in the original series were
Yeah.
red shirts.
True. So I'm going to need a name from you,
should I make-
Rogue. I'm going to need a name.
Yeah.
And don't do Robin
My
Tom,
name?
please.
No.
Huh.
A name. Oh god.
I guess that
Sorry,
name's
Chat,
already
you
taken.
think
Please
of
choose a different one.
Ask Chat. Does Chat have a good name?
Chat,
Let's
do you have a
see.
good name
Let's see.
for a red shirt? Also, Kango, please give the supporting character a little bit of a. You can upgrade them slightly. Do you know how that works? I'm guessing
Did
not.
you edit?
What?
No,
No, no, no.
I
I
don't.
mean, like how you can.
I don't have
Make
ever
it
done
better.
it.
Okay,
I don't
hold on.
think
I'm
so.
gonna quickly look it up. So, supporting characters. There we are.
Yo, yo. Hello.
Hello.
Right.
So-
what? Is it core and command?
Yes,
Is
current
it?
command.
What? Is it N? Which? Original, isn't it? The original?
It is original series, yes.
Which era? Okay.
Yes.
Original
Just
series.
checking. My brain, original series. There we go.
Okay, so Kango, you can choose
Okay.
to either give him a single value, or increase one of his attributes by one, or increase one of his disciplines by one, or give him one focus, or give him a talent.
Interesting.
And that's every time they get introduced in an adventure.
Interesting.
Right.
I might go for focus.
Focus.
I might go for focus.
So, Robin, we
Come
are
on,
naming a red shirt security guy.
My suggestion was
Oh,
Ken Daleham.
okay.
Ken Daleham.
Ken Daleham.
Up there in chat.
What do you think of that, Rogue? Ken Daleham.
That's fine. I just told you guys to name it. I don't.
Okay.
Alright.
Done.
Right. What is it? It's we'll go.
I'm guessing human,
Yeah. Make it easier.
male or female.
How many do I?
Ken, so probably male?
Male.
And let's do ensign, if that's okay.
That's fine. Right. Go on. Pick. Oh.
Oh, that's just great.
What?
In Pages, it has recognized red shirt as a word. It isn't telling me that it's not recognizing the spelling. I'm not sure if it's just red shirt or if it's an actual term that they put in there.
If it's one word, then... Well, here, in dictionary here, it says that's an athlete who is withdrawn from college sporting events.
Okay, well, probably then.
Or a supporter of Garibaldi.
I mean, he may be. I have no idea. I have no idea what that is. Right, so we've got the name. So, Kango, have you done the thing?
Focus.
How can I actually change the digits, the values? Can I do that, or would you do that?
Wait, what do you said values? Do you want to give the
no,
focus?
I mean the...
You can do the focus. You just need to type it in.
Yeah, true. I mean with the... If you wanted to raise one of the discipline's attributes by one, could I do that or not?
I think you can, but if it doesn't work, tell me and I'll...
That's fine. If you think of a focus, would radiation be a focus? Or...
What is it? Is it hold on. It's radiology? Yeah, radiology. It would be radiology. I said, wait, one moment. Radiology is the medical discipline that uses medical imaging. No, that's not the right thing.
Oh, right.
I guess, yeah. Radiation... Isn't there a better word? Isn't there...
Radiationology.
Isn't there a... hold on. Study...
Of radiation.
Mm-hmm. Huh. If I type in study of, the first thing that comes up is study of insects. I don't know why.
Huh.
Well,
Yeah.
Strange.
Oddly, that's a question that comes up a lot.
I don't know. It doesn't. It's just put in radiation. It'll be fine.
Radiation. Sure.
I mean, if you want to be a Rainbow Dash, you can be a Rainbow Dash in chat if you would like to. Camisa Rojas.
Rojas.
Rojas. Actually, I will put
Is
that name. I'll put that name into miscellaneous notes. I'll have.
Is that a reference to something, or is that a made up name? Like, yeah.
Anyway, so.
Oh, here it says that's Mexican for red shirt. I see.
Very nice. Very nice. So.
Very, very, very nice. Nice.
Yes,
Ken
Spanish.
Daleham. So that's everybody's going.
Right.
And you gather in transporter room 1, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yes. And yes, you're ready to beam down. You've got the coordinates to the transporter the transporter pad on the planet. So
Hopefully.
you can just beam down. Is there anything anyone would like to do before you beam down? Not that I don't want to have a repeat for last time.
So I've got the... would I have the tricorder with this trap going around?
I would say yeah,
Or
you'd
is that
have
the mantle?
you'd have
The one who scans can't possibly go anywhere without a tricorder.
It is literally glued to his hip. Yes, it makes scanning more difficult, but it also makes it more interesting.
Yeah, I'll go down without a gun. Thanks. Oh, crap.
Okay.
I thought that was funny.
So, since no one's said
no.
anything more,
Not really.
you are now beaming down.
Yeah.
You transport off, and you materialize on a transporter pad.
Can we bring torches? Really quickly?
I mean, you didn't say it in time.
Bring,
Ah, okay.
Takes
bring,
type
bring our flashlights to dinner.
takes type 3 phase
You
rifle.
know.
No, that's an opportunity cost. That is an opportunity cost.
I mean, if there's cave exploration to be had, again.
So, you materialize. The first thing that hits you
Oh.
is
Oh.
the cold.
Oh.
You materialize outside. The transporter pad has been cleared of snow. However, all around you is
Oh, yeah.
very
Mhm.
thick
Now I
snow.
remember.
What? You remember
Now I
what?
remember what was supposed to do. No, it doesn't matter.
Do you remember that they said that they were in
Didn't specify
winter?
before we went, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. So
Oh god, it was cold.
you materialize, and you can see some. It is currently snowing, and you can see that there are several buildings constructed out of the parts that made up the colony ship. So the colony ship landed and was broken up, and these housings were built out of that. So lots of sheet metal, lots of hull parts, things like that. There are some classic Star Trek fake rocks. So the big cliff rock things that is in
Yes.
sets everywhere, covered in snow, which looks suspiciously like fake snow confetti stuff, but it is, for all intents and purposes, real snow. And there are two people standing in front. They've got very heavy, thick winter clothing, hood up, wearing a mask to keep the cold air out a little bit. And one of them takes off and he says, "Hello, welcome to our colony. It's not much to look at during the winter. Please, let's go inside." This is the same man that you spoke to before.
I say, looks nice.
Okay. So, yes. Captain, do you say anything? Are you making notes?
Trying to. No, I'm trying to figure out how to handle this.
Mm-hmm. By the way, he's not got a weapon drawn. Just to clarify
That's
that.
good to know. I
Good.
didn't assume so. I didn't assume we were going to be held at gunpoint beaming down.
All right. So, as we're greeted, say, I hope the state of your supplies are to your satisfaction.
He says, "Oh yes, yes. If you weren't a Vulcan, I'd hug you. Things were getting really dire down here."
Indeed.
And by the way, he looks like.
There were some.
And by the way, he looks like he said that because he knows that traditionally Vulcans don't like physical contact that much. Not because he would have something against hugging a Vulcan. Just to
Yes.
clarify.
I assumed as much.
Yes.
Mm.
By the way, for you, Shiun, the cold is even more intense because you're a Vulcan, and Vulcans come from the planet of Vulcan, which is very hot,
warm.
mostly desert. And so
Yeah.
you're susceptible to cold temperatures. a bit.
Cool.
Isn't the phrase vulcanization? Isn't that something to do with heat? Can't remember
I
what
don't
that
know.
was,
Could we ask the
what
Pathos
was the
for
name
some
of the
winter
character again?
clothing?
but- Vulcanano. Does that work?
Right. What was what was the character's name again?
Your character's name
Uh,
was Ken Daleham. I'll post it in Discord.
Okay. Thank you.
I think they said they wa- I think they said they wanted something. They wanted to talk with the captain.
Yeah, they wanted to meet. So did the captain.
No, was that?
So, are you going to follow him into one of the buildings, or do you want to say something before you do that?
yes.
Okay.
No, I want to get out of the cold.
Okay. So, he leads you through the heavy... The snow is about 2 foot deep. As you're moving through it, you can feel that this would be... The thought crosses your mind that this would be a really good... this would be a situation in which it would be really useful if the standard female uniforms also had trousers. But oh well.
Yeah.
All right.
You get to one of the buildings covered in snow, metal door. The door gets open, pushing some of the snow away, and you can feel an immediate hit as warmth hits you. You enter. Inside looks fairly cozy. It is kind of a... Imagine a cylinder laying on its side that's cut in half. So it's a curved structure.
Those, yes.
Oh, yeah.
The greenhouse, isn't it?
Like a greenhouse, but it's made of sheet metal.
Yeah.
And inside you can see crates being used as tables and a few bunk beds on the side, some winter clothing draped over some things. And you can see people who are carrying, who are carrying big boxes that have presumably been beamed down from the transport ship and putting them in storage lockers and things like that.
Okay, so this is kind of weird. But as we're going through the building, can I try to identify signs that they've been, like,
Sneaking cargo off the transport
Conserving-
ships? Or what do you mean?
no, like conserving their resources?
Oh yes, you can. Actually, this is going to be. I'm going to say difficulty 0. Insight plus
Okey-doke.
probably medicine check.
Well,
I would guess. If it's to do with how they would
Okay.
live and what they would do and things like that, or engineering. I guess engineering could also work.
Sure, we'll go with engineer.
What's the difference in numbers?
1.
Okay.
Every little bit counts.
Mm-hmm.
yes. True.
Okay.
1.
So you've generated 1 momentum. Congratulations. And
Right.
there are definitely signs that they have been conserving resources. For example, in one of the shelves, you can see that there are packets of sort of big bricks of nutrient blocks, basically. And you can see that on them, they've been marked into sections, clearly rationing. So for different people, for different times and things, there's actually, as you walk in, there is kind of a cork board that has some paper on it with tables, like when certain people can use certain resources. And as you can see, the days that have been passed, as time goes on, the less and less resources are allocated. For example, the food synthesizers, they've been cut completely to probably conserve power. and things like that. So yes, they have been conserving resources.
Okay.
That part wasn't a lie.
Yes.
Or which part was a lie then?
Mwahahaha. Does that answer your question?
Oh no.
Sure.
No.
Alright.
So, you get let in to a little...
Sure.
There are some chairs there around a big crate that seems to be used as a table. There are some cups on there and things. And he indicates for you to sit down if you would like to, and he's going over to one of the food store shelves to get some food for everybody.
Alright.
What do you want to do? It doesn't just have to be the captain, and other people can speak as well.
I sit down.
If you want to bring up a point or engage them in conversation, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll sit down as well.
I don't have to be the one who talks.
Mm-hmm. What is this? I don't have to be the one who talks. An outrage. Right, so, Mr. W. Did you want to say something?
Down as well.
Woo.
Yeah.
He says.
Alright.
I will sit down as well.
Silence continues.
Yeah,
Okay.
Alright.
sure.
I'm not
I will
sit
sit
down.
down
Wait
as well.
for my
You sit
epic
down?
death.
Your epic death?
My
Well,
red shirt. Where's my epic death?
maybe
Yeah.
you'll get it when you investigate the wreckage of the thing that blew up. So, as everybody sit down.
I just take a look around the place.
Okay. A moment later, he comes back with plates full of what looks like a soup. It looks like a sort of dissolved, fiber-rich nutrient block that's been dissolved in water. It's been clearly heated up. There is a little bit of steam coming off the surface, and it gives each of you a plate of this soup. Don't worry, it's probably not made from people. And
Yeah,
it gives
that's my soup.
each of you
Or bugs.
I have no idea
Yeah.
why, but I have no
Soil
idea
and
why, but
green.
that's
Soil and
legitimately
green
making me
reference.
Yeah, I know.
I have no idea why, but that's legitimately making me hungry, your description of it.
Yay, death by
Interesting.
soup.
So, Willis, for the moment, yes. The colony has... Oh, so the colony arrived in a colony ship. The colony ship has been broken apart to create these houses, these buildings. And they still need building supplies and food food for their reactors as well to then build up their independence. But at the moment, they're completely dependent on outside support, basically. So, does everyone dig in? These are clearly Starfleet. Standard. Starfleet standard.
So we
nuclear
shouldn't
stuff.
scan them.
I mean, if
Starfleet
you
standard.
want to, but they are
Yeah,
Starfleet
I
standard.
mean,
You lead it?
Starfleet standard soup. Yeah, I'll have a go. And
Mhm.
I've also got someone to ask when I'm finished.
Okay.
A bit of time.
So, yes, if you've never tasted this before, then you'd be quite surprised that it actually tastes of herbs. It's not bland at all. You'd think it was bland, but no, it tastes of herbs and things. So,
Right.
yes.
I carefully
But,
eat
Because
it
it's all
when I
artificial
eat
meat in the Star Trek, in the Trekverse, isn't it?
them.
Yes. Although some species do have actual meat, like it depends, but for humans and,
But in-
and most,
In Starfleet, it's artificial meat.
for most,
Starfleet
yes,
meat.
for most, yes. So he sits down as well, and he starts eating as well. He says, "Thank you for the supplies. If you hadn't brought them, then we'd not be having this meal. Is there anything you'd like to ask about?" As he slurps another spoonful of soup.
Great food, I say.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
You can
We.
you can compliment the chefs at Mars or wherever this was made. That is a good point, Willis. That's
Was
a
a.
good point. Anyway. Yes, sorry for the interruption.
Yeah. Yep. There was an encounter on the way here.
Yes.
I would like to know if your scans or any sort of sensor data ever picked up evidence of a rocket propelled vessel or something orbiting one of the gas giants.
No. When you enter the system, going further in, our sensors cut out again. Interference, same as before. Some of the boys thought that both you and the third supply ship would vanish. We're all quite relieved when the sensors started coming back, and turns out you were still here.
Interesting. There was...
Sorry. Just read chat.
What?
I just read chat what Kango put in.
There was a ship, or a ship type vessel, that was rocket powered, and the signal it sent us seemed to indicate that it wanted a password of some kind. Have you picked up any strange communication signals?
At this point, one of the other men who are carrying boxes and containers and barrels in from the transporter pad, one's going by and he says, "See, a ship. I told you it was the Klingons. Being only a week away from the neutral zone is too close. I told you."
Though we haven't investigated the vessel in detail for fear that there may be further threats to the supply ship if we stayed in the area, we do intend to further investigate it afterwards,
And then,
once we have departed from here.
and then the one who you're
Uh,
sitting with, he kind of says, right, just go on. Me and the captain will handle this. No, we never got any sort of communication. We still thought that it was some ejection of solar mass. At least the first time it happened. Second time, bit too big of a coincidence.
Indeed. And have you ever had this interference when there weren't vessels approaching?
One moment. I'll get Joshua. He's the astronomer. And he gets out his computer, flips it open, and he asks for Joshua, who is this, to come over. And claps closed, and then a few minutes pass. Then a woman comes in, and so hooded, wearing heavy-duty winter clothes, comes in, and we get a close-up shot of her putting her hood back, and then of course the smooth washing effect over her face as she enters, 2S style. And she comes over, she sits down, and she pulls the plate over to her that the leader of the colony was eating from, and she begins eating it. And as she's eating the soup, she says, "Yes, what do you need? I was busy."
Very well.
Oh, okay,
The
bye, Golden.
interference
Golden
that you-
time. Bye. Yes to go. Hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yes. I did. Okay.
So, the interference you experienced when the supply ships were approaching, has there been any other such interference at other times? Or is it solely during those occasions?
Says, yes, actually there has been. There was a comet that was supposed to pass by a few weeks ago, and we were tracking it with sensors to see what content it had, to get a bit more information about the asteroid belt. But as it got closer in, the sensors cut out. Luckily I had a telescope, and it looks like the comet was just evaporated. I don't know by what. It was too far away, but the trail just stopped. Don't know what happened. Sensors returned shortly after.
That is interesting, since when we reached the point where the supply ships had previously gone missing, and where we encountered the other ship, there were no signs of debris from the vessels, but there was one thing left of them.
Other ship? What do you mean, other ship? Was it the Klingons?
A rocket-powered vessel.
Ha!
It
Not
did
the Klingons, then.
appear Klingon. But
If only the Klingons were using rocket-powered vessels, we'd have hundreds of years before they could send any backup.
indeed, but that does beg the question of why that vessel was near a gas giant. There were no clear indications of life on it, though obviously our scanning data was facing the same interference that you did. The message we received from it requested a password. However, in relation to your evaporation comet, the supply ships, as I said, there were no clear signs of them except for the radioactive dust of the words, looking at notes. God, what is it called?
Yellow cake?
Yellow cake, yeah. That's the term I'm looking for.
Another good question there.
I think the answer is no. Or do you mean our ship? Not our ship. Do you mean they on the planet? I'm assuming.
Probably.
Yeah.
So she seems a little bit confused. She either she doesn't have any idea of what you're talking about, or she is very good at hiding what she knows. Nope, they didn't. The Pathos did not. Not yet. They wanted to get the supplies there as soon as possible. So, as this is going on, what would the other players like to do or say? Does anyone have anything they would like to bring up, or any questions you would like to ask?
Someone else, please talk.
Yeah, I'm going to go and help bring the supplies in.
Ah, good.
Actually, could we ring the Pathos up for them to scan the gas giant?
You could, but okay. So you actually get given a winter suit.
Oh yeah, that's
to help. I meant rogue.
Oh yeah.
When you help doing this, and yes.
Yeah.
So you go out to the transporter pad. They start beaming down the yellow cake, and it's got big radiation warning symbols on it of different cultures, symbols, and you've got to carry it all the way to the reactor rooms, which are about 500 meters away. In the snow, it is difficult.
Okay.
Give me, please, a fitness plus security check. I'm going to say
the-
difficulty 1.
What is it?
A security plus fitness check. Remember to
That's
use
not
your
bad.
supporting character stats.
Yeah. Still not bad. Let's have it. Let's. Oh, I'm gonna put it back to me. So it's like confusion. Done.
Could I help with this as well?
Hey! I got 1.
1. That's all you needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
1.
Okay. So, wait. So Gwissom, you want to do that as well?
Yeah, I want to help. I want to help as well.
Okay, then you get given a cold weather suit as well.
Right.
So right.
Why?
I don't. Maybe he's taking. Maybe they're taking
I
a
was in my
leaf.
glorious
Maybe they're
day.
taking a leaf out of Steve's book.
We invited the scientist for a reason.
Well, maybe he wants to have a
I'm
sneaky
a
look at
red
their
shirt. I was in my
reactors.
glorious death.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's planning. Maybe that's what Kang's planning, to have a sneaky look at their reactors. Ah, if I carry their yellow cake, then they will show me their reactors. Mwahahaha.
Yes, sure. That will be
Sabotage.
interesting.
Okay. So, as you get to the reactor building, well, I say building, it looks like a starship's main engineering section that has a sheet metal dome makeshift constructed around it. As you get in, there's a special storage area with barrels, and you can see lots of empty barrels there. There might be more danger nearby. Right. So
So
okay.
we're just going
Yes.
in a line, basically. Me and
As you're
Ryan.
doing that, yeah. So as you are doing that, so Mr. W, Rogue, what do you want to do or say in the conversation?
Okay,
Sorry, no, sorry, not
I
you.
am
Because
again.
no,
I
you.
think-
Sorry,
say
Rogue was
quick.
carrying stuff. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
I got confused because I thought security, but no, of course not. Well, you are security, but I thought chief of security, which you're not. Sorry, confusion between games.
I'm.
Yes.
Even then, I'm not in security in the.
Well, if you're a red shirt, then you're in security.
Oh.
So,
Anyway, yeah.
yes. So, Mr. W, what would you like to say?
So we just so I assume did we just stay put? We were.
What do you mean?
I might have missed something. Did we have we moved from since we came in and with another soup?
No, you are still having the soup.
No. Yeah,
We're having soup.
we were
Mhm.
still at dinner.
Yes.
Did the cat?
Red shirt's going to go to carry stuff.
Yes, send the red shirt to carry the nuclear products.
Yes.
Of course.
That sounds about right, doesn't it?
It does.
As long as the red shirt doesn't like spontaneously combust or anything.
Oh, what's the chance
Hey,
of that
glorious
happening?
death.
Yeah.
So, Mr. W, do you have any
Red shirt,
questions
100%.
you may want to ask these people?
So I know the captain mentioned about the yellow cake, the unnatural yellow cake found in space. Well,
Yes.
I think yeah. I would assume so.
Mm-hmm.
This is just I'm trying to find something to talk about. I mean,
Well, there are plenty of questions that could be asked. Willis has supplied plenty of them.
I know what I'm gonna do, and hopefully this wasn't already asked.
Okay, but did you bring the rubber duck?
No!
That's not in my
Ah,
checklist.
damn it, I got rubber duck.
Okay.
Damn it.
Sorry.
So
I knew I forgot something.
So if there's a situation where there's a transport with supplies that, for whatever reason, isn't able to get here, would you just be informed that it won't be able to get there, or are you told the details of it?
It looks around and says, usually Starfleet, at least our correspondence with them, has been very open, very detailed. Why do you ask?
Oh, about that yellow. Well, about that yellow cake in the system. My first thought was perhaps it was a ship on its way to you, but something happened with it. Got destroyed either naturally or unnaturally. But yeah.
It says, well, the other two ships that vanished, which we can now assume were destroyed, were carrying the same supplies that the Backwind was. Food, medical, construction, yellow cake as well.
But my question is, why would only the yellow cake be left there? Or why wouldn't we find any remnants of the ships if that's what they were destroyed?
At this point, Joshua says, well, how are we supposed to know that? You're Starfleet, you're Federation, you've got a ship in orbit, you tell us. We'd like to know too.
Right, I'm just checking out questions. I suppose you had any situation where the supply ship arrived with all the supplies aside from the yellow cake?
No, the ship's vanished. We haven't gotten a single supply ship. Well, aside from the Backwind, we haven't gotten a single supply ship through. All the stuff that we have here was brought on our colony ship.
There is one possibility. Is there a destructive force that could completely destroy ships or comets, but would leave such radioactive particles alone, undamaged?
Okay. What
No
are...
space, I mean, no instance probably is.
So, Mr. W, what are your focuses?
My focuses are... I'm fairly certain composure is one of them, but I will just...
No, this isn't a composer thing.
My focuses are combat tactics, hand phasers, shipboard tactical systems, infiltration, emergency procedures, and composure. I do have another question I would like to ask them though.
Okay, so one of the other men who's walking by, carrying stuff, comes over and says, well, if I might join in, he picks the chair and sits down as well. It says, I suppose if there was a way of confining a disruptor weapon to only disrupt elements to a certain weight, then theoretically perhaps, but it would still leave traces.
And my question was going to be...
What sort of traces?
Well, it would leave dust, debris, ash. You would see probably clumps of the stuff. It would probably turn into a plasma that, when it cooled down, would almost coagulate, I think. Although it's been a while since I studied disruptor technology. I'm the chief engineer here, by the way. Moves over to shake hands.
Don't suppose you would know if anyone would... Because it's not just finding out what happened to the ships, it's about finding who did it if it wasn't natural. Which it likely isn't natural. Have an idea if anyone would sort of have it out for your colony, or even anyone specific on the ship?
At this point you just hear from the back a voice shouting, "The Klingons! I told you it was the Klingons!"
sort of look at, I sort of look over at the captain. It's not looking good for you, is it? Anyway.
One eyebrow raised, but ignores
Yeah.
you.
I actually just raised an eyebrow myself there.
Yeah. I can
Yeah.
do that as well. I can raise my left one.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Anyway,
the captain
Not quite drunk.
is Vulcan.
so
Oh yeah, of course.
wait, did you think the captain was a Klingon?
I mistook. I got confused.
It's fine. I got confused as well. Anyway.
Someone I always used to get confused with. I used to get confused with Klingon and Vulcan.
It's Vulcan, not Klingon. The
That's
Klingon's the
weird
other
because
one.
Vulcans actually are more closely related to Romulans.
Mm-hmm.
But okay.
Yes.
God.
Romulans
Sure,
are an offshoot.
Klingon.
Those who marched under the Raptor's wing were Vulcans who, for thousands of years, have become the Romulans. So,
Yeah.
right. Does anyone have anything else they would like to ask? This
I'm
current
not
situation.
situation.
We are over time, by the way.
I know.
Indeed, you're not.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I see.
I know.
Yes. I get it.
True.
I just want to finish this scene here so that we can leave on a bit of a more of a
Cliffhanger.
not necessarily cliffhanger, but more of a
Cliffhanger.
finished.
I want to go to
Same.
bed.
Yeah. So I think the way to close this dinner would be that. Well,
Boom,
The table
in the back.
and all the drinks everywhere.
Oh, right, okay.
Something a lads.
Go
What?
boom. The rest shuts in.
it was nice speaking with you. We will resume our investigation now that your supplies have been safely delivered.
Okay.
Obviously, it would not work if no supplies could get here without a well-shielded starship accompanying them.
Yes, but you did say that you dealt with this ship that was attacking. You did say
The
you
ship
dealt with it.
self-destructed.
Ah,
However, if that self-destruct was the same way they handled the supply vessels, that would indicate that there are multiples of them coming from a centralized location. So, we
it's
will
good to have the
make
Pathos in
sure
orbit.
that's no longer a threat.
It is good to have the Pathos in orbit. Okay.
Right.
So,
All right.
meanwhile, at the reactor room, you finished putting in another load of these barrels, and there is a guy there wearing a hazmat suit. It's a cordoned off area, opening it up, taking a sample out, inspecting it, making sure that it is pure enough, all of it's in good condition, which it is. And yes, your communicator, you get a call that our visit has run its course. Yeah, I'm assuming, Captain, you want to let them know that you're going to be beaming up.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, you get a call.
Right.
Yay.
And right.
Guess it's time to go.
Okay. So, you make your way to the transporter pad. Do both of you give your clothing back?
I would
Yeah.
have done. I would not have just kept it on.
And who would just steal a
Yeah.
shovel? Clothing.
Yes.
It's a reference to another game where Kango, they were digging a canal and they were
Tiger
using
thing,
they were using a shovel
shenanigans.
to fend off tigers. And then when they left, Kango
I forgot
just
to
took the
return
shovel by accident.
I've still got it.
Anyway, sorry.
Well, to be fair, I was in a situation once where I was Robin the Cowardly Merchant will know about this. Where I was effectively auctioned off and then Robin just buggered off with me without selling them. But they had already given me. They had already given him the money.
This was the game when you were playing dragons. We were playing dragons.
Oh, right.
Right. So,
Oh god, yeah.
as you transport back up to the Pathos,
We have weird games, okay?
up to the Pathos,
I see.
it is admittedly quite pleasing to be back in the climate-controlled environment of a starship. The gravity is slightly different, but not too noticeably. And yes, you make your way to the bridge. And I want you to give the final order of the session for us to close on.
I'm not sure how to phrase it.
Engage.
Helm, set in a course for the second gas giant. We've got some unfinished business
Sure.
there. No.
Except more Vulcan.
Basically, or the ship. You can investigate the wreckage of the ship if you would like to, as well. That's another option.
Yeah. I think that would be the first step. See what's left of it, if anything is left of it.
Okay. Right. So.
Okay, cap, I close
That's
my
the-
book
Yep.
and set course.
Yep. So as hold on. Okay. So as Nero is setting the course, and you are going in to investigate further mysteries in the system, discover what secrets may be held within,
Mm-hmm.
we end this session.
Right.
So that is the end of the session.
Well, yes. And stream, most likely.
Probably. Let's just end the stream
Yay,
there. No. I mean, unless you're up for another thing, like, I mean, how about we play a human fall flat level together? That should be fun. No.
What?
Right.
If we had another hour,
Hey, Marvel.
So-
I'd be up for it.
Right. Any comments, feedback, critique?
No, I'm just glad I don't have nothing to do. It's definitely a change from the Saturday game.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, it is.
I'm glad.
It
I don't
genuinely
do
feels like the original
anything.
series.
Yes, I'm glad there is.
I don't do anything.
I'm glad there is a notable difference in the
Yes.
feel of the game.
It feels much more episodic. Like this adventure is
Mhm.
concluded, and the next one starts, and that like that. It's great.
This one, I don't have nothing to do. In the Saturday one, I have a lot to do.
Yes. At the moment, mainly laying around on pillows, unable to control your body.
Oh yeah.
What?
In the Saturday game.
I remember.
Which will be continuing.
Am I?
Yes, if you remember.
You drank
The
the
drink.
drink.
This-
as a
the
starting
yes,
drink.
I did. Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Just-
On Rise.
What is this my character is supposed to have?
Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah, I'm playing NPC at the moment.
Supporting character, yes. But we actually had the first supporting character essentially leveling up by being reintroduced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
And we
Ah,
didn't get a
so-
red shirt diff yet.
Not yet. I mean, taking a red shirt down to a colony, even though this colony is not that well established, there could very well be dangers lurking about. That's not what the story feels like where it's heading. So if you want to get your red shirt in danger, how about you beam over to the wreckage of that ship?
Or people onto the
Yeah,
gas
let's do it.
giant, perhaps.
Ooh, that wouldn't be fun.
Let's make the
Yeah, but it
first
would-
red shirt diff.
It
I'm
was
sure you'll have
particularly
many opportunities for death in future adventures.
Definitely. Yes.
Yes, and that's something we can look forward to.
It's just we need to
Oh,
have
right.
the red shirt deaths. Come on, we can't have a Star Trek without a red shirt death.
Yeah, we just need like a long string of red shirt supporting characters to kill.
I could do that. Just do the same character, just reroll the
Luckily-
same character, just different name.
Luckily, my supporting character has a blue shirt.
Ooh. Although, actually, I think they
Final
did. I
one.
think they did in Star Trek near the end of it. Because they were catching on to the fact that the audience was catching on to the fact that red shirts usually die. What they did is, to subvert that, they essentially had red shirts, but gave them blue shirts or golden shirts, so that
If
and
they
then
killed them off,
yeah,
the
they killed
audience
off
would be
those
shocked,
characters, so that
Yeah.
so they actually did do that.
So would that be in this time where that would have happened?
Yes,
Oh. Well.
you're not safe. No one is safe.
Oh.
Well, no one safe.
So, with that, I believe that is the stream. So, shoutouts. Yes, CangoFango. He's going to do a no HUD challenge on Train Simulator this Sunday, which is going to be fun.
Yes, I am.
I also is making a map in OMSI2, a bus simulator, and it's looking so beautiful. It is looking so beautiful.
Thanks.
Yes. Is there anyone else has any shoutouts? Now is the time, or forever hold your silence until the next
Yes.
stream.
Check out Shoutouts. He streams a
please.
lot in the week.
What? Really?
Our GM, yes,
I mean,
Really?
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 he
I
does.
should follow him at some point.
I mean,
I am following.
why
him.
would you? To be honest, I mean, why would you?
In the
Yeah,
Phase
it's not enough
Thames,
work.
he streams.
Don't point at me up there. No, don't make me come up there. No.
Okay.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was very fun.
If I do have, if I might.
You are very
I've
quiet.
got like a, I think I. Oh god.
Can you speak up a little bit or get a bit closer to the mic?
Something that I would. I'm closer to the mic now.
It sounds like you're further away from the mic.
It really
Strange.
does. That's very
What about
strange.
now?
There we go.
Huh?
Now it's better.
I think it's better now.
Where's whoa? Where is the mic?
An arm's length. Actually, I thought it was at the top, like close to where the camera was. Like I'm literally an arm's length away from the screen.
Maybe there's a different mic. Maybe the mic is somewhere else or plugged into something that has a mic on it, and that's what it's using, which would explain the noise in the background.
That's
Like when you're moving over
Maybe.
clothes or
You-
something. Do you?
that's a good
Do you
theory.
have like a?
Use, like earbuds, right? When you're talking to us?
Yeah.
Do your earbuds have microphone capabilities?
I
So
have
I don't
no
do.
idea, but they do
But
have a
yeah,
thing where if you
earbuds.
press a button, where if you press a button, you can
Yes.
pause like a video. They do.
So yes.
So it has been the headphones then.
So my headphones at the moment.
But the thing is,
have
no.
got
If
mic.
it were the headphones, if the headphones were your mic, then it wouldn't get quieter the further away you move, or
It
if you
wouldn't
change
change.
position.
Yeah.
Oh well, at least you can hear me now.
Maybe there's something else
I've
plugged
got, like,
in.
A... Pardon?
Is there
The only
something
thing I've
else?
got plugged. The only things I've got plugged in are my phone, which is on charge, a
Mhm.
mouse, and I've got my laptop on charge, and the earphones.
Hmm.
Okay, so
It's
I
possible
have.
that if it is your earbuds or headphones or whatever, then it could be like when you move closer to your laptop, your positioning kind of changes how the microphone picks you up because like the wire's hanging differently or something.
Maybe.
Depends on how it's set up.
Maybe.
That's the only theory I can come up with.
Try
right
speaking
now.
into different parts of the headphone cable.
what?
You don't need to bother speaking to the wire, just anything that's not a wire. Try speaking to that.
Well, yeah, I'm not speaking.
Hello,
to the
Norman.
mic.
Are you here, Norman?
Oh.
No.
No, it's a
Okay, sorry.
joke. Don't worry about it.
Can I shout? Can I give the bloody shout?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, yeah. I think I put it in the like the self promotion part of Shoutouts to Discord. If not, just feel free to DM me. I've got like a casual text-based roleplay server. It's not like D&D or it's not like this. It's far less sort of structured.
So exactly like
Giving
this.
it a go. Yeah.
Yes, you did put it.
Even more chaotic. Yeah, if you feel like giving it a go, check in Shoutouts to self-promote channel or DM me if it's not in there.
It's the
and if you
second
can't find it in there,
person
let me
top.
know so I can put it in there. So I can put it in there.
Mm.
But yeah, that's it.
Just so you
If you don't
know,
like it, feel free to leave.
just so you know, the invite, it says it's invalid.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you may want to
I'll
repost
leave,
it. You may want to repost it.
Need to,
Yeah, they
I'll need to
expire.
copy
It might
and paste-
expire.
I'll need to copy and paste it, yeah.
But you
To
can
make it
create
permanent. I'll need to
infinite
copy
one.
and
For
paste it to
example,
make
the
it
invite in on Twitch or on YouTube that's in there, that
Of
still
your server.
works. That
Yes.
works for it's forever.
Yeah, I will need to, yeah. I'll
Okay.
do that now.
So it's
Right.
I will need to...
So-
set it permanent.
All right.
With that,
Sorry, but that was a bit long-winded.
it's fine.
Sure.
With that, thank you all. Oh, Rooms Bath! Hello, Rooms Bath.
Yes.
So with that, thank you all very much for watching. This stream will be archived on YouTube, part of the series.
It will.
And, well, gonna see you
Ta-ra!
next time then. After we say bye, I'm gonna just leave the stream running for like 10 seconds for it to catch up on people, and then I'm gonna click the button, just so you know. So,
Yeah.
bye everybody!
Yes, indeed. Bye. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Bye.